Hello, this is Mr. Hanna and welcome to What the Format. On this video we're going to graph your transformed quadratic function. Now, if you're looking at my videos, please recognize that I don't cover everything on a topic all at once. That is by design. Okay? When you're eating a pizza, a nice large pizza, if you pick the whole thing up and try to eat it in one bite, it doesn't work. And yet, metaphorically speaking, that's exactly what students do with math problems. They try to eat the whole thing in one bite. Okay? Learning, processing the problem, everything needs to be done in pieces. You get it done one piece at a time. As you master one thing, then you move on to the next, then the next, then the next. Okay? It doesn't come all at once. You don't just get it in 1 second, one day even. Sometimes it takes a week or two. Sometimes, like in my case, Algebra 1, 7th grade, Algebra 2, 9th grade is when it fully clicked for me. Okay? Sometimes your brain needs time. There's no set time for anything. It varies from person to person. So my videos are meant to be in stages like that so you can master each thing. You won't understand this video if you don't understand the base quadratic function. If you don't have that memorized and can't see that, then the transform function isn't going to make a whole lot of sense. If you can't evaluate functions or graph, this video isn't going to make a lot of sense. You need to master those skills, those pieces of information, math facts first. Okay, but please notice that your transformation on your x was the same as with the absolute value one if you watch that video. Because x plus 1 is the same here, that left 1 is the same for all of them. So it basically means you're picking the same x's for all three of these. Okay, again, that's by design. I wanted you to see that the function doesn't matter. It's what you do to the numbers. So we take what's inside, x plus 1. Yes, x plus 1. We set it equal to 0. Minus 1, we get x equals -1. That's why this is starting at -1. We go up 1, 0, go up 1 again is 1. From here we go down 1. -2, we go down 1 again, -3. Okay, notice it was the same process I used for the absolute value function. So guess what? It's going to be the same for the exponential function. You need to master this. It doesn't go away, right? So, same process every time. I set what's inside the function, okay? Equal to 0 and solve for x. That's my starting x. Then I go up 1, down 1, down 1. Over and over and over again. Same stuff, okay? Now, I know where I start. Now we got to plug the numbers in. So, -2. Where the x is, what do I put? See, -1 for x, plus 1 squared minus 3. Well, guess what -1 plus 1 is? 0. See, you're doing the math. Opposites always go to 0. And then 0 squared is 0. So that's now -2 times 0 minus 3, which is 0 minus 3, which is -3. And if you're comparing this with the other video, especially if you took notes, wrote things down, you're going to see this is the exact same point. That will happen. And that might even happen for the second point, third point. But it won't happen for all of them. That's where you have to be careful. I see students do that. In fact, let's bring reading into it. Remember when you were first starting reading, and you learned the word difficult, and it was a nice long word. So there, for the first few times after you learned difficult, every big D word you saw, you put difficult, even if it was different, or deficient, or diffuse. You saw it, and you all said difficult because you didn't look at every piece. You just jumped ahead. Same thing happens in math. Oh, same points. Okay, it's got to be the same thing. No, you have to check everything. Because sometimes the differences in problems are very small, and that's only some of the things are different. That's why you go through the process. That's why you don't try to jump ahead or guess. So like with difficult compared to different, if you look at every letter you see after the F, it goes IC compared to ER. But you have to go 5 letters in to see that change. Sometimes you have to do the same thing on math. Okay? Yes, that's tough. It's forcing you to focus and think. The more you practice that, the easier life will get, because focusing and thinking are necessary life skills. Practicing here, life is easier. So this isn't just for math that you're learning this. This isn't just for algebra. You're learning this for your life. So, -2. Okay? Watch. The -1 becomes a what? -2. Why? Because now x is -2. So now what's -2 plus 1? Ah, that's -1. What's negative 1 squared? Well, remember, a negative times a negative is a positive. Well, Mr. Hannah, I can't see that, so write it out to the side. Negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. You can always write math out to the side. You don't have to do everything in your head. Learn to find the way that works for you. Do what you have to do to see the problem. Don't just guess. Okay, a lot of students put negative 1 there. Big mistake there. You've got to watch that whenever you square. Okay, what's negative 2 times negative 1? Well, that's negative 2. And what's negative 2 minus 3? Well, there's your negative 5. And yes, these do mirror. And yes, they're the same as in the absolute value function. So where is it different? Next point. Let's put negative 3 in there. Negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. Negative 2 squared. Well, let's do it out to the side and see. Can't see it in your head. Do it out to the side. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Now here's how I do that math. Negative times a negative is a positive. You don't need to write the sign if it's positive. 2 times 2 is 4. I break it down into smaller bites. It makes it easier for me. Do you see what I'm talking about by trying to find a way that makes it easier? You don't have to do it all at once. Break it into pieces. Negative times negative is a positive. If it helps you, write the positive down. Then 2 times 2 is 4. That should be memorized math. Now, what's negative 2 times negative 4? Well, okay, you can't see that in your head, yes? You can't see it. So write it out. Now I have negative 2 times 4. A negative times a positive is a what? Negative. Now do 2 times 4. 8. Negative 8 minus 3. They're both negatives, so I'm adding them. Okay? Negative 3, add them. 11, keep the sign. There's your negative 11. You can always do your math out to the side. Find a way that helps you work it out. But these are all math facts, math skills. Math facts is the adding and the multiplying. Math skills is knowing how to do it when the signs are different or the same. Negative, negative. Okay, that's not a positive 11. That's still a negative 11. Make sense? So now you'll notice if you compare that with the absolute value, this should have been negative 7. Yeah? Now it's negative 11, so that obviously changed it. But it took to those points to change. So how does that look when you graph it? Well, the negative 1, negative 3, that was the same point. It went left 1, down 3. Well, that should be the same. That's the same transformations. It doesn't matter what you do, what shape you do to, it's still left 1, down 3. Yeah? Now, 0, negative 5 is right here, yes? This is over here, yes? Now, don't just make a mistake. See, some students, they're in absolute value mode, they're going to draw a V there. This is a U shape. See, there's your parent function, your base function right here. See that? Just like the last one. I graphed that out for you. If you're having trouble seeing that, put it on Desmos. Practice it. Get this down first. Go back to that video. Okay? In that video, I didn't do the graph. You do the graph. You should be getting an expert at graphing now, right? Okay? 0 squared is 0. 1 squared is 1. 2 squared is 4. See that? Negative 1 squared is 1. Negative 2 squared is 4. So those are points. So maybe try that. Okay? Then what do we do? Negative 3 is down to what? Oh, that's 6, 7, what? 8, 9, 10, 11. Look how far down it went. Okay? That's because now what you're getting is you're getting your U. It's going to hook to get down to there. See that? It hooks. And there's your U shape going down. There's your transformations. You can see it's skinnier than this. That's because 2 stretched it. Again, it didn't stretch it up. It stretched it what? Down. See, it got bigger down. You can see it stretched it down. Okay? There you go. So next video that I'm going to do, or you can watch, will be the exponential function. And guess what? It's going to follow the same process. The only thing that's going to be different is the graph. All right? So anyway, hopefully this helped. Thank you for watching What the Format. This is Mr. Hannah. Happy mathing.